Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all keeping well. Well, at long last, I had a dry game. I was at Stoke versus Sunderland last weekend. First time I've been to Stoke, really nice ground, and yeah, like I said, it was dry and it was brilliant. I really enjoyed it because obviously I've still not got a decision on my insurance claim for my 1DX and my 400 that's now soft. My 400's definitely soft. Like I said last week in the video, went back to Lehman's and went and got it, and it's so lucky that it's still actually working, because used it again for this game that I'm going to show you now, Stoke versus Sunderland. Then I was out again last night at Grimsby, just down the road. It was great to go to Grimsby, and that video will be coming up later on in the week hopefully. But yeah, it was nice and dry as I headed out up the M180 towards Stoke. As you can see in this bit of video here, it was raining when I was going up the M180, and I was thinking, oh no, but then there was this nice patch of band of clear sky that appeared, and yeah, it was I was driving the right way into the dry weather, and it was a really nice, pleasant afternoon. Sun was out, and yeah. Anyway, without further ado, let's jump into the laptop and have a quick look at the set. Right, like I said last week, as soon as I get out of the car, get parked, get out of the car, get my stuff ready, 70 to 200 on my back, head to the ground, just in case I see a fan or anything that I think, something a bit different, that's nice. And as you can see with this image here, a chap on his phone, he's got his Stoke City coat on, right just on the outskirts of the other side of this hedge, look, is the ground. So I went into portrait and just got one of him looking. It's just a fan waiting outside the ground for the turnstiles to open. That's what the caption was, and it's as simple as that. Just something to start the set off. And then this image really is a point and shoot. Just heading towards the ground. It's, you know, you can see the Stoke sign, the Stoke City logo, the crest on the side there, and just a melee of fans walking to and coming, you know, walking around the ground. So just sets the scene again. Get signed on, get inside. First time I've been to Stoke, and it was nice to see Stoke City and Bet 365. So just composed this ground shot with that in mind, really. Sun was out, so it was a really nice day. And then I thought I'd try this on the widey first through the net, because I always try and if I know, if some grounds like this one's got writing on the seats, it's nice to compose it through the net. And usually I just go for 1 or 2 hexagons, but I thought this worked quite well on the 70 to 200 actually. And what's I got there? I'm at f5 there, and yeah, I thought you can obviously see that you threw the net behind the goal, but it's just blended it out nicely. It softened it off, and obviously focused on the Stoke City seats. So yeah, that was quite nice. And then back outside, just got this young fan having some selfies with some of the Sunderland players that were getting off the coach. Now I set it to F5, but obviously focused on the young lad, but I think he's just a little bit soft still, so perhaps I should have gone to 7.1 for that one, just for that nice depth. But anyway, you can see Dad here taking a picture on his phone. Again, starting the set off. Back inside, here's the Sunderland boss, Tony Mowbray. Bit of a stalwart really in the football trade now, Tony. He's been about a bit, and he's really nice as well, and just having a wander around the ground, gave us a smile, said hello. I said hello, Tony, you know, and he's really nice. And there was lots of kids there, and he was doing some signatures and selfies, and it's nice to see when the managers do that. Some of the players, now I did get some high positions, but I wanted to get some with this band of glass at the back of the stadium. Just thought it'd be nice as a backdrop, so I got down on my knees and got a nice low angle for these lads walking off, and they were just having a bit of a laugh, so that was good. And then am I on the 70 to 200 here? What am I at? 75 mil, yeah. 2.8, just this player coming off with obviously Bet 365 on them seats in the back again. Just a nice widey. Back outside to try and get some fans, and I noticed this fan, just something a bit different. So that was nice. And then I looked up, and I do like architecture and bits and bobs when it reflects the light, and I just thought this worked really nice. So yeah, you can just see Bet 365 there, but obviously mainly the Stoke City crest. And then just I thought this shot was quite nice. You got this family just having a chat and walking towards the ground, and then a couple more in the background. So yeah, it was really nice family atmosphere at Stoke. Lots of children there, which was great to see. And then back inside, bit of warm up, not too much. I'm not showing you too much warm up here, but just a nice widey really of the team warming up. And then there was a minute's silence for the ongoing war, if you like, in against Israel and Gaza. So there was a minute's silence for that, and I think all the players wore black armbands. So good to get that. And then we're off. And this is, what's this? 8 minutes past, and Stoke score. Now, when I was on the way over there, I'd done a bit of research. Stoke at the bottom of the table, Sunderland at the top. So I went Sunderland attack first half. I thought I've got to go Sunderland attack first half, and lo and behold, Stoke got an early goal. Missed the goal. I was blocked for that. So I got one of him running off. And like I've said in the past, if you don't get anything of the goal, quickly zim back to the keeper, because he might just give you something. And old Travers gave us a bit of a fist punch. It's not a lot, but you can just say then, you can send something off then. So yeah, just Matthew Travers celebrating, going 1-0 ahead. So that was that. Yeah, it's always good just to... But as you can see here, just a melee of players really, some high fives, didn't really get much. This was the goal scorer, but I didn't even send it off because it was soft. I think at this particular point I was focusing on these lads, look, all high-fiving, but it was him that scored. I think a Getty image appeared in the press of this lad from side on, but yeah, so missed out on that. But I got Matthew Travers, and that was it. And then pretty quickly, 12 minutes past 3, this lad here had a shot. I thought, got him. Rebound, it bounced straight, the keeper saved it, Matthew Travers saved it. It went straight out in a triangle, too quick for me. This lad here scored, and I've missed it, look, by the time he's ran off, look, keeper saved it, it really parried it out, he knocked it in, missed the goal. 2 goals, no no goal images. But anyway, you can just see Travers getting up there, look, after he'd obviously parried it out to this lad. I got him running towards me, but that was about it really, and a bit of celebrations, but this lad celebrated more than Clark did. But again, I think I might have even, I sent this one off, but I think I cropped in on him as well, and just put that he was celebrating his teammates Clark's goal to make it 1-1. Back on the managers, trying to get just as much stock imagery as I could with it, and reaction from the managers. Always keep an eye on the line, and Tony Mowbray's quite animated, so got a few nice ones of him. And again, that could be dejection. His player's just been fouled. Same there, look, you could even crop in on that as dejection. And I like the way his coat's just blowing out a bit. But yeah, so nice to get a bit one of him. Some of him shouting. That could be a number of captions. I think I usually put shouts instruction to his players, but could be anger, or it could be anything, couldn't it? Shouting in frustration. And then what we're on now, second half now. We're zimming through this. Look, is it second half yet? Sunderland score again. Because I actually, did I move? Yeah, I moved. I moved for Stoke second half, thinking they're gonna pull it back, and they didn't. So he scored again. That's all I got. Didn't get much more. Again, just fans' reaction. It was a really sharp header from a corner, I think, and he was totally blocked. That's all I got of that one. I got 1 or 2 of him. He went for a knee slide and went flat on his face. I did send that off, but yeah, nothing of that. Just one of them games. And then towards, watch this now, 4:15. This was a penalty shout, and it wasn't given, and it looked a stonewall penalty, to be fair. But so I sent these 2 off, bit of reaction, and but hoping that perhaps that might be a story in tomorrow's papers, but it wasn't. This game was covered very little, to be fair. But so that bit of reaction. He missed a sitter. He missed an absolute sitter. You can see his mate. I think it was. Well, you can see how close he's in the 5-yard box. Look, in the 5-yard area. But it was a great save, Matthew Travers, and you can see his teammate here. Bloody hell. But yeah, the ball's just rebounded off the keeper there, and then nice bit of reaction again. But and that sums up the game. Really, it summed up my game anyway. But turned round to the crowd, just the sun, there was a nice beam of sunlight, so I whacked the exposure compensation down just to get that beam of light on that certain section of fans there. And I quite like the silhouettes around the top here as well, so I just sent that one off as a bit of an extra. Captain handing over the armband. Always keep an eye on the substitutions. You never know who's going to be substituted, whether or not they're going to get congratulated or bollocked from the manager. So yeah, always good to keep an eye on the substitutions. And I just sent that one off as captain's armbands, you know, transferred onto that player. Bit of action. Had a nice bit of action. Quite like that. That's quite nice. The crowd at the back, quite nice depth to that one. Went for another pan blur. Always try and get a pan blur in on that safe shift setting on the second set of settings on the back AE lock button. I've got it set to. So yeah, I've gone over that in the past few videos. So yeah, got my pan blur. Probably not quite as good as I have got in the past, but I like the way that this player's head sharp and they're jostling for possession. You can still see the ball, so thought I'd send it off. That was a blatant foul. Huggins was through on goal, I think, and he got a yellow for that one. Again, trying to get that ball just for the brief, and I got exactly the same shot last night at Grimsby. I just want to go up there and go, just turn it square, mate. But it's in play. But at least you can see the Sky Bet EFL and that. Bit more. This was the second penalty shout. And what time's this? Yeah, this is nearing full time. 4:47, look, and I really thought they were going to get awarded a penalty. But as you can see here, look, ref's quite far away. He wasn't in a very good position. In fact, Graham Scott didn't have the best of games, and as you'll see later on in the set in a minute, he got some proper jip at full time. But yeah, he's a long way off, look, and I thought this was a stonewall penalty. He's already holding on to him here, and then his leg just hit the back of his calf muscle there, and off he went. And I thought, yes, I've got a nice sequence here, bound to be a penalty. Nothing. So yeah, quite like that sequence. Just for once it worked out right, but nothing was given. So sent all these off, but nothing. He looks a bit disgusted there. Like, what are you doing on the floor? But yeah, no penalty at all, unfortunately. Bit more of a corner, ball being placed, caption. And then I turned round because by this point, what are we at now? 49. Real load of dejection from the Sunderland fans. And they looked proper fed up. And he was getting a lot of stick all through the game, especially second half, Graham Scott was. So I just thought this sort of summed up his game a bit like, what? Bit vacant sort of thing. So yeah, I made sure I sent one or two of him off. Matthew Travers just had a really good game, made some crucial saves, so just made sure I got one of him. And I think that's about it. Yeah, that's full time then. So yeah, Tony Mowbray. I didn't follow. I know one of the guys. Was it Cody? I think that I met. Good to meet you. I think it was Cody that I met last week. Good to meet you, mate. He got a cracking one of Tony Mowbray like this. I missed it. I was on the players. And I was on the referee coming off the pitch with Tony Mowbray's assistant. I think it was first team coach giving him some stick. You'll see him in a minute. And yeah, I missed a really good bit of dejection of Tony Mowbray, but he looks a bit down there, so I sent that one off. And then he got a bit of dejection here and obviously celebration here. And here we go, look. He's obviously defending his corner. And yeah, he was really getting hounded. And properly getting shouted at as well, and as you can see some security guards here either side. But yeah, and that was it. And I thought, is the story, I don't know what the story is really, there wasn't much coming out of the game. Is it going to be the ref getting shouted at, having a bad game, missing a penalty or two decisions, making the wrong decisions? But I was really hoping I might have seen one of these. I sent loads more than this off, but absolutely nothing. And yeah, I think the only picture that I think came from the game was that first one of the Sunderland player celebrating, going 1-0 ahead. But yeah, just one of them games. But it was dry, and my 1DX and my 400 lasted the game. So and it did again last night. So what we on now, Wednesday, and I've still not heard anything from the insurance. They did chase them up today, so we'll have to see. But yeah, so that's that one. Only a quick one. Not a lot to report from Stoke, unfortunately. Just but they looked after as well, and it was yeah, good ground to work at. Hopefully I'll go back there soon. But anyway, yeah, I had Grimsby last night, and that was a pretty decent game. I'll make a video for that for later on in the week. Get this one up first, and yeah, and then at the weekend I'm only down the road at Hull versus Preston, so I reckon that could be a cracking game. So looking forward to that. So yeah, getting busy now. That's 2 shifts this week, or 3 shifts this week if you like. So yeah, it's getting a bit busier, so all looking good. But anyway, as always guys, if you could remember to give the video a like, that really does help me out tremendously. Lets YouTube know that you enjoy my videos, and subscribe if you haven't to see more of the same content. So that's it for now. That's Stoke and Sunderland covered. Grimsby to follow later on in the week, and yeah, job's a good one. Thanks for watching guys, take care, catch up soon.